I'm convinced that in 2021, Amazon sellers are fucked. Hey guys, my name is Nils Olderb. I'm located in Shenzhen, China, and we're doing a lot of e-commerce stuff on this channel. Basically, we help you to start your business, then grow your business, and actually sell your business. We have our own e-commerce businesses that we actually run and start and grow and sell. And we help you to do the same thing, because eventually what we're going to do is to partner up with you and then really grow this shit and sell it. And, you know, that's kind of what we do. So what we're going to speak about today is a little bit of an insight that I have being here in China, being around venture capitalist firms, being around investors, being around a lot of Amazon business. Actually, did you know the capital of Amazon business in the world is Shenzhen, China? Because most of the Chinese Amazon sellers are here in this city. So I have a lot of insights. I know a lot of sellers here, and they are big sellers. So the Amazon sellers in China are very, very, very different than the Amazon sellers in the Western world, right? The Amazon sellers in the Western world, very typically, it's a person that, you know, wants to quit that job, someone that wants to do, you know, get out of the rat race, start a little side income. That's the attitude, right? So a lot of people go in with the attitude of you know, investing $5,000, maybe $6,000, getting some products, making some sales, and being happy when you do 1,000 or 2,000 in the end of the day. It comes, you know, some extra money. That's cool. Some people even grow it to 6 figures a month, 7 figures a year. Some people really crush it, right? And that definitely is a journey, and that's definitely a way to go there. And you know, when you hear about 7-figure Amazon sellers, it's already like, oh, wow, he's doing $1 million on Amazon, crazy, right? And I'm sure you've seen these people, and I'm sure you've noticed that. And but what you don't know is that those guys are little, small, tiny midget fish in China. Because in China, it's a complete different game. The people that go in, they come in funded with huge amount of capitals. We know a couple of companies that come out with $100 million that they put by science, like, okay, let's put this in Amazon and let's see what happens. They don't care about breaking even in the first 2 years. They don't care about making money. You know, they just care about going to the marketplace and dominating, right? So basically what's been happening or what's gonna happen in 2021 is it's only gonna be more. And there are firms now that specialize in China on acquiring Amazon businesses, which is a good thing, and I'll speak about that in a little bit, why that's a good thing. But there are lots of these capital firms that raised $100 million, $200 million, that are just out to buy Amazon businesses and then just to dominate the marketplace. So basically what they do, they already have production, or they have someone in China that can produce. And then they spend all this money on just buying Amazon businesses and really going in big. Or it's factories that really got that now, that work with a lot of these service companies that have been created in China to really work with Amazon sellers. And they just go in with a lot different capital, with a lot different goals, and with a lot less of kind of what they need. You know, they have very, very low expectations because they come from like manufacturing, right? So when they come from manufacturing, maybe they do a 10% margin on their products or over a huge order, right? And they come in with that mindset. They come in with a mindset of having to pre-finance the business for a year or two, having to dump money into it to see if it works, not even knowing that they will succeed, right? Not even hoping for that. Just like, okay, let's spend a couple $1 million on this and let's see how this works out, right? Obviously, in the end of the day, they all want to make money, but it's a big trend right now. A lot of people move out from buying, you know, real estate or stock market, stocks and bonds and stuff like that, and they're moving into digital assets. And one of the easiest digital assets for most of the people to understand and to know are Amazon business. So this is also what's happening and what's driving this. So these people are buying off existing businesses or starting businesses with huge funds, and in next year it's a big trend right now, right? So if you're thinking about going into Amazon right now, well, you better think again, because you will be competing with those guys, the people that you see in the Facebook groups, the people that you see, you know, asking questions in the group, or even the people that you listen to, that, you know, do the podcasts or the YouTube channels and things where you get your knowledge from. Even those guys are tiny little fish, right? And I'm convinced that in 2021, Amazon sellers are fucked. It's going to start in the US and then it goes everywhere else. And you know, we're actually in the process of selling our Amazon businesses. And that's where, if you already have an existing business, this is where you should focus on. If you have an existing business, you should just sell it. There are companies like Empire Flippers, there are companies like us that can help you broker deals with these capital firms that we know here on the ground in China that want to buy something. So we're here, we can just meet, we have them in our office, and we broker deals with these guys all the time. So if that's something that interests you, definitely leave me a comment if you already have an existing Amazon business and you want to get rid of it. If you haven't started yet, or if you're just thinking about to start, or maybe you just started a couple of months ago, picked up doing the whole COVID thing, well, maybe you want to, and that maybe is actually not a maybe, it's maybe you should see what else you can do, because it's going to be really, really hard. It's not going to be easier. The sellers are going to undercut all the prices. They have a very different funding. They have a very different expectation. You cannot compete with that. Okay? Unless you do something completely new, something completely unique, something very differently branded. And with branded, I don't mean just, oh, I have a logo on my product, the Chinese sellers can't do me anything. Like, that's not how this works. That's not how this is going to happen, right? So if you already started this, or if you're about to start this, maybe you should rethink. What we're doing right now, we're focusing heavily on Shopify stores, on our own brands, where we actually have our own customers, where we actually have an asset that doesn't go away. That's not just dominated by Amazon. And also, I'm sure that this trend will follow. So if the people go into the Amazon businesses, eventually the values will go down on that because the platform will change. Right now, the valuations are actually pretty good. So think about what's your gross profit and time that by 35. That's about what you can sell your business for if you have one, right? So you can do the math on that. But if you're just starting, like, maybe you should go into Shopify, learn how to do your own brand, learn how to build your own asset, because in 3 to 5 years down the line, maybe even quicker, that's going to be what everyone else is going to be after, right? That's going to be what everyone else is buying. There are businesses here. Actually, next week we have a meeting with someone that's coming over from Shanghai, and they have $3 billion in revenue every month that they are investing. They're spending this on businesses. They're spending, and they just go shopping. They have 1,000 businesses under their belt right now, where they have facilities in China where they incubate teams and these companies where they all stay together in different locations, and they just grow those businesses and build out those businesses. Eventually what they do, they put all these businesses together and then they go public with them. So they create a financial product out of that, and then they get an even bigger return on that. But then there are other companies who just want to hold the business, grow the business, and flip it, right? I like to do that as well. So if you have an Amazon business that you want to sell, just leave me a comment below, and we can do that. If you're thinking about going into Amazon, well, you might think again, because I don't think you should. There's a reason why we're selling, and I think now it's a great time. There are lots of people that want to buy that have trouble finding businesses that they can buy, because not a lot of people want to sell right now. But this is where you should sell. This is because the curve will pick up. There will be a lot more buyers, but there will also be a lot more sellers. People will jump on that. That's pretty much it for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you like content like this, make sure that you subscribe, make sure that you like this video, so that YouTube keeps showing you stuff like that. Also, hit that little bell, because if you don't hit that, YouTube isn't actually going to show you the videos that you wanted to see. If you want to see a little bit of different content and not just people pitching you their stuff for their online courses, and you want to actually hear and learn from people that are in the trenches every day, that own multiple e-commerce businesses, and that deal with that stuff every day, definitely make sure to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and keep your mind open and your eyes peeled for new videos that we're launching. I catch you tomorrow. Cheers. Hey guys, my name is TROUGH. I'm located in Shenzhen, China, and we're speaking a lot about
warm up. Warm up. We got this.